Hold on. Oh, I was like, how come I can't see anything? Hey, Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot Magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, views, subscribes, the comments, the generous donations in all forms. Everything. I appreciate it all. Let's ring the bell. Let's clear out the energy, and we're going to see what the message the Spirit has for us. That was loud. That was clear. That was decisive. I feel like somebody is by choice wanting to separate themselves, wanting to put distance between them and a group of others. Because I'm hearing the word too much confusion. They're realizing that this is a toxic family group. Like I just keep hearing somebody say it's just too much. It's just too much confusion. Hey, Galactic Goddess. Hey, Stubborn Warrior 777. Yeah, like somebody's under the realizing that you know what they got off course. Their own. It's like I feel like somebody's trying to take responsibility for how their life is turning out or has turned out, and they're realizing it's because of their own lack of direction that they allowed someone else to guide them, to lead them off the beaten path because they weren't clear about where they needed to be, the path that they needed to go on. And so they allowed someone else to guide them, to tell them no, to kind of control their life. So now somebody realizes that no matter who says what, this person is determined that they want to think independently, think for self. Don't allow someone else to guide them. Bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. Yeah, something, about the Empress, is really being shown, coming to light, it's just out there. Something cannot be denied. Something about this Empress cannot be denied. And someone is thinking about how they made a decision to go against the Empress. And this is why something cannot be denied, because that decision that they made, or lack of decision, lack of direction, has caused them a hardship in their life. Yeah, somebody allowed, they didn't take the wheel, whenever it came to their own life. They gave somebody else the wheel. Here, take my wheel. Take my wheel of fortune. Guide my life how you want it to be. Hey, Black Goddess, how are you? Hey, sis. Yeah, I'm telling you, when it wasn't just one person, it was this family. Everybody was putting their own 2 cents in. Everybody had their hand, and somebody else was with creating this, doing that. Hey, Sister CMB. And that's where everything came. That's where the whole conflict. Like I said, somebody just said it's too much confusion. I told you. It's too much confusion. Hey, Robert. Hey, Melissa. See, somebody they was more interested in pursuing this relationship. That this person is realizing that they should have been more interested in pursuing this relationship with you. But instead, there was somebody else that was kind of playing them like a puppet, behind the scenes. acting like they had your best interest at heart, whereas they was the ones who was handing somebody the knife. Here, use this knife next. Here, ooh, I've been waiting for an occasion to use this knife. Use this one. Somebody's just like, yeah. And see, now somebody realizing they should have been looking out for their own interests instead of just letting somebody else guide them in each direction, because they cause their own pain. You can't believe everything that somebody says. Hey, High Priestess. Hey, that boy CC599. And like I said, it was like this is a effort that was going on for a while. Everybody was putting their own motherfucking 2 cents in, and this person was thinking, well, maybe I should listen to them because everybody over here is saying the same thing against this person. Yeah, and then instead somebody never took the time to like really think about, let me get the other people, let me get the other point of view. Let me balance this shit out. Let me find out what's really going on instead of just everybody over here saying this, because everybody over here could be lying. And see, it was like all good, all fun. Everybody was enjoying themselves while they was controlling somebody's life. It was all good in the neighborhood until justice came knocking. Okay. Until karma said, okay. Y'all have had your fun. Y'all have had your kicks and your grins, shits and grins. And now I'm here. And shit's about to change. See, something about somebody decided it was time for them to grow up. So this whole group, was so busy having this person under their control, they didn't realize that person was gonna want to one day grow the fuck up and have control of their own life. Something to have to do with somebody's money or how they make their money, and maybe that's what changed. Maybe that's what gave somebody the ability to do their own thing, because now they don't really necessarily need somebody so much or something. I'm not sure. Hey, Jaguar. But yeah, somebody, now that I think they're at a better place in their life. Now, like I said, somebody want to be alone. They've been thinking about, just taking off, going by themselves. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want to be bothered. They want to be alone, and it's by choice. Somebody's ready to invest in themselves. And they know they can't invest in themselves if they sitting here around these toxic, negative, bottom dwellers. Hey, Twyla, how are you? Yeah, it's like somebody, they now I understand everything that you were saying. Not just that, but I feel like somebody realizes entirely how entirely like intelligent. It's like you are like intelligence to the nth degree. Something about your wisdom, and because you told somebody about something, or you was sharing the word or something, and somebody didn't, the shit that you said was so motherfucker spot the fuck on. At first it kind of startled somebody. It kind of scared them a little bit, and that was kind of, how when you're not used to something, you're not used to something spiritual, okay? You're not used to seeing some spiritual shit, and that the first time you see some true life spiritual shit, happen in front of your eyes, you kind of like do a double take. You kind of get a little nervous. You get the hairs on your back stand up a little bit because you don't know what the fuck is going on. But then after you sit back and you think about it and you start putting two and two together because you waking the fuck up, then that's whenever you realize, damn, God is real. This is nothing short of a miracle because you done seen it with your own eyes. Even if you tell somebody about it, it's not going to impress upon them as the same way it impressed upon you. Hey, Addie, how are you, sweetie? But you know what? It's just that your wisdom, your it's like how you the knowledge, the sacred knowledge, the meaning of they've been here before means something with you. And somebody didn't take it, they didn't believe in it. They took it for, they didn't see it. They wasn't listening. Somebody realized now that they are in that space of being by themselves that they have to learn how to listen. Hey, Kurt St. Louis PD, how are you? They have to learn how to listen. Now somebody is curious to find out more about this generational curse that they've heard you talk about, but everybody else was telling them that you was crazy. There's no such thing. Ignore you. Ignore collective. Ignore collect. Collective don't know. Collective don't know. Now, like I said, they saw a miracle in front of their own eyes, and they want to tell somebody that not, but they know everybody, if they're gonna look at them like everybody looked at you. So you know what? This person now realizes that, they were at a loss, not believing in God, not believing in the Most High, not believing in that there is a higher power. They was thinking it was all them. If I could see it, I'll believe it. But they saw this and they couldn't believe it. And what happened was they couldn't see who was at the wheel. Now somebody realizes how without them, having that faith and that trust and that belief in God, how far off the beaten path, their own beaten path that they became. Now they want to be alone. Now they don't want to be around. I'm telling you, they do not want to be around their family. They don't want to be around their family. They know their family is toxic. Hey, Shaylin, how are you? So this person now has a new opportunity, an opportunity, and they are definitely, they said they are going to take it. They're letting people know that, they're letting these people know about the deception, about the lies, about the curses. They're letting these people know everything that they already know, that they know they are going to say it out loud to these people because they feel as long as they don't say nothing, then that allows that family curse, that deception, that whatever to maintain. But whenever they voice it, I know what you did to me. I know about this. I know what you did last summer and everything else. It breaks that curse. Someone has made a decision. They have made a decision about this shit that they now see. Now somebody decided that they want to live their life for them, and they intend on doing just that. They're moving around. And Spirit is helping them. While they sitting here going off telling these people what they think, Spirit in the back room packing their bags, baby. Yes, indeed. Because now this person realizes, you know what, that whenever you was telling them this stuff, blah blah blah, but they didn't want to. They wanted to believe you, but everybody told them they better not believe you. If they do what was smart, they would not believe you. Okay, but now they're realizing they just did that because they wanted them to be some conflict between them and you, a whole earth angel, a whole earth angel. Now they understand the games that these people was playing. Not ha funny games, but ha toxic games. Hey Cleo, thanks High Priestess. See somebody, now that they're realizing they're seeing it now that it's almost like somebody did, is looking back and is seeing it now that they should have just had courage. And it's like they're trying to figure out why they didn't have any courage back then to think for themselves. And like I said, it's just they're realizing too, somebody that didn't think that they had enough courage, and this person was gonna guide their life. Go over here, go over there, do this, do that, do this, do that. And the reason they was doing that is called trying to create a diversion. But see, one thing somebody didn't realize is that the memory of you, the dream of you, the reality of you, or what you said, or who you are as a person, the energy of you, the positive of you, the blessing of you, the aura of you was going to come back around. Somebody realizing they want to come back around. They learned the lesson because they realized you taught them a lesson. You taught it to them before they actually learned it. See, some people do shit and then someone punishes them in the end. Nope, you didn't do that. You told them everything that was getting ready to happen to them. And this and that. You got them so wrapped up in their feelings, baby, because you told them what was going to happen. And they were so mad at you, and they started treating you a certain way because that anger was there. That I refuse to believe was there. And as I was saying, the collective was crazy was there. Okay, so you got them all riled up in the beginning, and so they thought that the remedy was just, okay, well, we're going to cut the cord right here. They cut the cord right there, and now they're learning it. So you taught them the lesson before they ever had to learn it. Had they been smart, had they been listening, had they been listening, you telling them what's getting ready to happen, they should have paid attention. That way they wouldn't even have to feel that shit. They could have bypassed all that toxic drama and trauma that they now fighting to get away from. That same group of people that they want to be away from. That same group of people that they are here. You can have this, you can have that, you can have this, whatever you want. It's just that I'm starting over. I'm starting light. I'm out of here and I'm gone. That's it. I'm gone. Bye. Ciao. Hasta la vista. Hasta luego. Sayonara. Whatever. Kiss my whatever. See, now somebody realizing you was nurturing them with the truth. And everybody else is making them feel good and comforted and all soft and warm with a motherfucking lie. Now somebody understand whenever you say the truth hurts. Because whenever you told them the truth, it was all up in their feelings, and that shit hurt them, and that's why they got mad and everything else. And they was like, I ain't never gonna listen to Collector no more. Collector. That's why the truth hurts. And that's whenever they realize the one that you told them the truth about was the same one that was doing them. The same one. There was no other. It was that exact same one. Because then that one realized, oh, got us a sucker. Let me see how I can really put the screws to this one. See, somebody had to wake the fuck up quick. They had to wake the fuck up quick and get out of this hangman position of, well, I'm not really sure. Well, let me give it some time. Well, let me wait and think about it. No, somebody had to say, let me hold the fuck up. They woke up quick. They took them scissors. They did that, cut themselves off. Snip, 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 snip. See, somebody, it was like they felt like because you were so spiritual, because you are a seer, because you could see, because you told them the truth, because you saw it before the shit happened, you was letting them know. They won't call you crazy. They won't call you stupid. They won't act like you just doing some shit for some fucking attention. Okay, player. Good luck with that one. Now they understand that you wasn't trying to trap them. You wasn't trying to make them be afraid to leave. You was trying to actually fucking help them. It's like now whenever you got 10 swords in your back, that's when you decide to wake the fuck up. Hey, Angel Light Tarot, how are you? Hey, J Mike. That's when you decide to wake the fuck up. Somebody's sitting here thinking about how they had unconditional love with you. You poured into this person. You were so generous with your time. You was patient. You was kind. You was compassionate. You had empathy. You was just a bright light. This person was thinking about that and how they fucked it all up. How they fucked it all up. Somebody's thinking like now they thinking that they should have been thinking about what they was doing before they did it. Hell to the yeah. What you think? Duh. You think? Once you do it, you can't take it back. Hey, blessed creator. Once you do it, you cannot take it back. Somebody, they thought that they was going to be able to, this group, they realized in this toxic family thought that they was going to be able to gain some type of victory over you. They was going to get one over on you. They was going to check you. You was going to be just somewhere looking stupid somewhere else. And they was going to just be laughing and pointing the finger at you, not knowing that you took up for yourself. You defended yourself. You put this shit down. You shut everybody up. You said, I'm gonna let experience show you more so than I could ever tell you. Because I told you, you don't believe me? I'm gonna let you see it. I'm gonna let you see it. And that's why somebody got scared the fuck, because guess what? They was They remember what you said, but they was going on with their life and everything. But then one day they was like, damn, thinking about their problems, thinking about these issues, thinking about this toxicity that they in, the spiritual jail cell that they all wrapped up in with these people that they don't know. And they fell asleep. They just was so tired. They fell asleep and they started dreaming about you. And they dreamt every motherfucking word that you said. And when the motherfuckers woke up, they said, oh shit, all that shit done came true. Think it's a game. Think it's a motherfucking game if you want to. Telling you, they got clarity. They got the truth. And the truth of the situation is that you wasn't even there. The shit didn't even happen yet. There's no way. And you told the truth. You cut through all of it before the shit happened. That's when this person realized that's why everybody else is afraid of you. That's why they fear you. That's why they wanted to gang up on you. That's why they wanted to all pile up on you and take you down, because they was afraid of you. They knew that you was too powerful for each and every one of them. So they thought if they put it all together, they was going to have more power than you, only to find out that everybody was trying to dogpile on you and you busted out of that shit like it was nothing. Like, wait, I know y'all ain't going for my probiotic soda. Put my shit down. You know I don't play about my food. Like it was just nothing. This is why this person is, they realized it was time for them to wake the fuck up, cut themselves down, and get the fuckers stepping. Leave all that shit behind and just get the fuck on somewhere. That's when this person damn it. See, had they not doubted themselves, they wouldn't have doubted you. See, I'm telling you, this family, they realized they should have been cautious listening to all the shit that they talking about. Hey, light worker William, they should have been really cautious listening to all that yin yang bullshit Jane that these people was talking about. And they was the only ones talking. You wasn't saying nothing. That's why they really should have really been concerned, because you wasn't saying nothing. This person realizes, you know what? Did you healed yourself. You went on. That's why you by yourself. That's why you doing your thing. That's why you ain't bothered with them. They realized what you had to go through to heal yourself, even at that. They realized that all these people were so jealous of you because you that shining star. You more powerful than all of them. All of them. See, somebody, they're realizing that this person is realizing that it was their choice. They made the wrong choice. They picked the wrong team. And the reason they did it out of fear. They did it out of fear. And they looking at you, and they looking at you, and they like, damn, you collective is so strong. Collective is so courageous. Collective is a tough motherfucker. Shit. Who knew that even though they tried coming after collective, they still was not going to be able to take collective down? See, somebody's realizing every time somebody's thinking about, sometimes whenever they would do shit and that shit would come right back. Somebody's thinking back about the shit that was said. You know what I'm saying? The shit that was said. They thinking about it now. They're realizing that shit now. They looking. Like I said, they are dazed and amazed. They like, oh my gosh, that shit is happening. They know that you wasn't lying. They know you was telling the truth. They know that you know what the fuck you was talking about. And see, and it's not like you could have made it up. You can't make up some shit that comes true. You know what I'm saying? You can't make up no shit that comes true. See, somebody they you know what? And you told this person somebody's going to be coming for. They're going to be trying to work on your money. They're going to be trying to take your money. They're going to be trying to take your money and dip. That's what somebody was doing. You told this person they not gonna. You know what? This person is coming to you just for this. And they're not gonna do this. And they're not gonna stop until you ain't got shit. But see, somebody they got this person. They got this person. Sold this person on this motherfucking dream that there was a different plan for them. You know, they was trying to do something else. What's the message, spirit? Having somebody, you know, trying to invest in the wrong motherfucking thing. You told them, why are you doing that? You know, but you be better off to. And they just, that's what they said. Don't tell collector nothing, because you know she gonna try to ruin it. Yeah, ruin a diabolical plan. Now somebody thinking about, you know, that you know what? Of all the times whenever they was at their most relaxed, at their happiest, you know, feeling really good about themselves, was whenever they was with you, because you poured into them. You poured into them. You wasn't trying to take from them. You poured into them. There's a big difference. Yeah, like I said, there is a big difference. This person is realizing that. You gave to them and somebody else was busy trying to take. As if they had went out in the streets and made that money. What's the message? Somebody realizing now that, you know, and they you know, I feel somebody is proud of you, because no matter what everybody else said, you thought independently. You did what you wanted to do. And let them know if they didn't like it, well, fuck them. And just in case this is your first time watching this channel, I may curse every now and then. I might accidentally let one or two slip out. So if cursing offends you, you probably already clicked off by now. But if you still here, just so you know, I came out the womb saying shit. Just kidding. What's the message, spirit? Yeah, somebody realizing now they need to think independently. You know, takes, like somebody say, you know, listen to what somebody else got to say. You know, you if it feel like it fit, that's fine, but don't try and force it, because if you're trying to force it, it's not for you. Yeah, not for you. Somebody realizing they allowed the devil to play a fucking trick on them. They should have been logical with the shit that these people were saying, especially whenever it came to you. Especially whenever they realizing they should have moved forward with you. With you. They thinking about this. Because everything was so light. Everything was so peaceful. It was serene, you know. They could rest with you. They could do this. They could do that. Hey, Jesus, how are you? Oh no, sorry. Hold on. Does that say G? Okay, that don't say Jesus. Hold on. Well, it kind of does, but it doesn't for this. Jesus Spirit. Sorry, I just saw the first name. Hey, Jesus Spirit, how are you? Yep. Yeah. You know, somebody is sending this. Somebody is something about this. This family. This family is getting the message, or something about a message that this family. Oh, somebody is sending this. Or they somebody like this. This somebody from the family is going to send somebody a message. Yeah, because somebody want to try and stall somebody. This emperor wants to try and stall somebody by giving them something, hoping that that's going to help them change their mind, from leaving, help them change their mind from leaving, so that somebody don't get justice, so somebody don't get this karma they've been waiting for them, because they've been all the bullshit that they've been fucking investing in over the years. How many people, how many situations, how many different times. And that's just, we ain't talking just about you, we talking about everybody else too. How this person has purposely waited for the perfect opportunity to fuck your life up, collective. So karma is coming, and this person realizes at this point they need to have some courage, because karma sure is spinning the motherfucking block. That's so now this emperor is trying to stall somebody. Here, let me give you this. Let me give you this. Hoping it's gonna change their mind. Let me give you this bar of gold. And we stick together, right? We don't do, it's you and me. You and me, partner. Hey, Terrence. What's the message? Yeah, it's been, you know what? This person been fucking around in everybody's business and everybody's partnerships for a long time, not realizing this shit was getting ready to come back around. Well, this is the come back around. This the FO period. See, they've been in people's, messing around with this whole thing for long. I'm telling you, these people know that they about to get, this is their fuck around. This is their find out period. Hey, Nurse Oasis. This is that find out period for all of them. They all thought it was all funny and everything. And I'm telling you, come through, spirit. Somebody realizing you told the whole motherfucking truth. There was no lies being said. There was no sugarcoating being said. You told them. You saw it. You told them about this curse, this generational curse. You told them. But somebody else was in the family was trying to fill their head up with bullshit. To make painting a picture that wasn't really true, filling their head up with that bullshit, these old illusions and shit. But now somebody is afraid that shit is coming right back to fuck around on them. And be afraid, be very afraid. Because it's happening. That's what you put out there. See, like I said, somebody, they had to wake up, and when they woke up, they realized they had been played for a fool. They should have been thinking for their damn self. Hey, Angelique Chronicles, how are you, sweetie? They were being played like a pawn in a game, like they were somebody's property. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Something about this person's heart and their emotions. And maybe this person realizes it's time for them to make these decisions on their own. I just heard, no, you never give somebody full control. Never. You never put your hand. Yeah. Yeah, this person gotta, learn to love self. Learn to love self. Yes, you can't make this up. Make your own decisions. Make your own decisions. That way you controlling everything. Not trying to control your own life, but being responsible for your own life, as opposed to, well, so-and-so told me to go ahead and just take this parasol and cut this leg like that and watch it grow back. I cut it, but it ain't grown back yet. Somebody got to learn to think for themselves. Instead of not, instead of giving away the control. Instead of them investing in their own, ascension, growing up, maturation and stuff like that. That's like that somebody else think that, oh, okay, well, this is that and the other. Not knowing this the same person in the family just cursing them. That's the same person with the wand out, cursing them. Lying to them, trying to create some type of fear for them. That you can't leave. You can't leave. If you leave, this going to happen. If you leave, this going to happen. This is trying to create this hardship for them. The same, and like I said, somebody should have been cautious. And they should have had their eyes open, because you know what? Now they're realizing that somebody else was trying to get in the middle of their happiness, was trying to cause conflict with their happiness, and the happiness that person was trying to cause conflict with was you. They wanted this person and you to be apart, to be a loss of that relationship. So that's why somebody was dipping all up in the business. And now somebody realizes, that somebody was dipping all up in the business. Now they realize that they were some fucking hidden ass enemies. Everybody, all because they was trying to gain some type of victory over you. You, the star child. This is wild, y'all. But you know what? This is needed, because I feel like once this person isolates, themselves, or removes themselves from that toxic family, that's whenever that generational curse is going to be finally broken. I think, you had your part, but somebody else has to do their part to complete it. Bottom of the deck. Yeah. You did your part. Now somebody else got to do their part in order to complete it. Yep. Yes, you can't. You did your part. Somebody's gonna do. Yeah, come through, spirit. Come through, spirit. That's you and the other person being on the same wavelength, the same. Y'all got it. Y'all are matched. Y'all talk spiritually together. Y'all do this. You know what I'm saying? Come through, spirit. Yes, you cannot make that shit up. Yes, because you both are moving forward together. Both of you have made that transition. Both are moving forward together. I'm telling you, this person that was shocked when they realized everything that you had said was the truth, especially about this mother, her children. Especially how somebody was trying to cast these spells on you. Somebody was trying to act like they was the empress. They was lying. They was lying. They was lying on you, and they was trying to make it seem like they was the empress. No, you was not the empress, boo. Because like I said, this person, they didn't want them to see. They didn't want somebody to see you was the star child. They didn't want them to see how strong you are spiritually. They didn't want somebody to know that you are that chosen. You the chosen one. And you so motherfucking protected because you an earth angel too. Come through, spirit. Come through, spirit. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why somebody was trying to get in the middle of this relationship. Somebody realized that now the truth is out. Somebody has woken the fuck up. That's why they said they can't be around this toxicity no more. Hey, Hypsee. They can't do this shit no more. This shit is too fucking toxic. Somebody woke the fuck up. They realized, come through, spirit, that this is a generational curse. They realized this was a generational curse. This is why you have been by yourself for so long. You kept to yourself for so long. You did you for so long. And everybody else was working together. The rest of the family was working together. But you know what? You was always the odd man out. Now somebody realized why you was the odd man out. Now somebody thinking that, they got to come up with a plan. They got to first of all, they got to work on themselves. And then they got to feel like they got to work, trying to get back, around you. See, they didn't realize, they didn't realize that now they in regret to realize as their third eye opens that there was somebody that was a warlock around them. That they was just walking in their own ego. What's a little trumped up pride? They got them right here where they at right now. They want this victory. They want this opportunity. They want an opportunity to have victory with you. They really do. Because right now, this person really misses you. They miss communicating with you. They miss hearing from you. They miss talking to you. They miss, everything that you would tell them. And it's all because there was this father figure, father, grandfather, somebody that was older that was sitting here putting this, saying all this old slick Rick behind the dick shit. You know what I'm saying? This person, oh my gosh. Now, and they had, it's like they realized that the reason that you walked away is because you had to heal. You had to heal from their bullshit. Now they want to bring you your flowers. Now they hope that you forgive them. Now they hope that, that they'll have an opportunity to see you again. This person, they realized it was because of them allowing themselves to be caught up in some bullshit. And then I feel like this person wasn't really communicative in the right way with you. Yeah, because somebody was told to keep these secrets. Somebody was told to keep these. Yes, you cannot make this up. It could have been the head of the household, the family, the patriarch or whatever. That was the one that was lying. That was the one that was saying, "Oh, don't tell so and so." Blah 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 blah. This is why this person wants to be the fuck alone. They want to think about everything they need to think about. They need to get themselves together. And like I said, this person is so upset because now they reminisce and trying to think about how they missed you. how they didn't see it. This person is you talk about a death and the rebirth. This person has gone through a death and a rebirth. Yes. They figured they had to figure out what the fuck was going on. They had to figure out that it was up to them to close these cycles, which they did, so that they can take control over their life and turn their own trajectory back around in the right way. They had to learn that they need to come and they need to apologize to you. They had to learn that, you know what, it's not fun. It ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun, and for them to sit here be playing emotional motherfucking games with you. You know, that's what somebody was trying to do, was trying to play these emotional motherfucking games with you. But whenever they realized is that they was just following the steps that the most demonic energy wanted them to follow. That was toxic. Somebody realized they was the motherfucking problem. They needed to, somebody realized that they was the one that was wild and out of fucking control. Because somebody, they only had half of a fucking story. They hadn't even really started yet. Now somebody want to bring you a gift. They want to start over. They want to honor this family. They want to honor this. They want to understand. Tell you that they understand that, you know what, that it's up to them to be the final pair of scissors or cord cutting to finally cut that generational curse the fuck off. Hi, Janae. Jana. Hi, Jana. How are you? Yeah, see, and it makes a big difference when you start sitting here thinking about all the fuck shit that you was doing in the past and how much hurt it caused and how much hurt it actually caused you. Because somebody thought that, as long as they got their way, they was gonna be cool. They didn't have to worry about nobody else. But then somebody started looking at the family members. They started really noticing some shit about these family members. Them same family members that they was used to be on that side. And that's whenever they started feeling really bad because you was by yourself. You was doing your own thing. And they started thinking, wait a minute. Because if you by yourself, you doing your own thing, the problem ain't collective. And now these motherfuckers is trying to come after me. And I know the problem ain't me because we was just all dumping on collective. We was all just using collective as the emotional garbage can. And now they're trying to do that shit to me. Okay, the problem was not collective. That's when that person realized that they was in something toxic and they need to get the fuck out. Yes. Somebody's thinking about whenever you took that, you was trying to maybe talk to them about faith. Or whenever you took that leap of faith and you just went on your own way. So it's something about that they can remember. They remember because it was something that was profound. But like I said, this group, they all getting karma. They all getting karma. Every last one of them. That's why this person said, let me get his. They was like, let me get my ass together. Because they see what's happening. You told this person, and they sitting here looking, and they're watching everybody. Everybody's getting the smackdown, just like you said, oh, watch, and this person is going to do this. This person's going to do that. You told them, oh, this person's going to experience this. That person's going to experience that. What's the message, Spirit? Yep. And you know what? Things is coming in on this family, just like you said. Just like you said. And this got this person like can't sleep at night. Cannot sleep at night. Because like I said, you by yourself. And what you said is coming back. You're not even anywhere around. You know, we're around, but you knew it was time for you to leave when they started doing that fuck shit to you too. Mm-hmm. Yep. See, this person regrets doing any of this to you because now they're the ones who have to heal. Hey, Priscilla, they're the ones who have to heal. And they know that in order for them to heal, they're going to have to change their life. They're going to have to make some serious adult, grown-up motherfucking decisions. You know, like I said, it's time for them to exercise and take that leap of faith too. It's once they take that leap of faith, that's when this group is going to get their karma. And the whole thing is, their family, none of them see it coming. They don't see the shit coming. I'm telling you, somebody didn't realize. No, they realized you are an earth angel. They realized you are an earth angel. That's why they were, and they realized that, you know what, you two have a journey here. That's why they was trying to destroy this connection. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yep. They hate that they didn't see it before. They hate that they did not see it, but that they doubted it before. Hi, Vivian. Doubted it. Didn't believe you. Was told not to believe you. Well, they was told that you didn't know what the hell you was talking about. You knew everything you was talking about because you was right on it. You was dead on the money. Dead on the money. Yes, I'm telling you, they believe everything now. They believe everything that you had to say now because now they realize they got to do this. Both of you supposed to be on a certain path. Both of you have a particular job to do. Both of you are very spiritual. You know, as far as in the high ranking in the community, the spiritual community. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, as far as above in the heavens. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. See, somebody, they didn't realize how protected you were going to be and how they wasn't going to be able to get to you until they decided that it was time for them to make a different plan. So even had they not got to this point where it was time for them to make a different plan and go in a different direction and to cut out the toxicity, they would have never been able to contact you again. It's until they made that decision, it's time for me to cut this all the way off. And then that's whenever they'll be able to be in contact with you again. I'm telling you, that's whenever they can bring you, come and have that opportunity to sit and talk with you. But see, they're going to have to walk away from what no longer serves them so that they can have that wish fulfillment of what they truly want. And what they truly want and what they truly need and what they truly doing is they ghosting everybody. They're going within. They getting help if they need to get help. They find that dark, going to that dark night of the soul. They finding out who the fuck they are so that they can understand who they are. This person is receiving a wake-up call. It's like a bolt of lightning struck their ass. Like I said, somebody realized that it was time for them to wake the fuck up. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Today is May 31st, y'all. Tomorrow is June the 1st. Woo! My birthday's coming up on the 18th. What's the message? What is the message? Anything else from this deck? Okay. Bottom of the deck. Buy the book. See? Now somebody want to go buy the book. Now somebody want to honor thy mother and honor thy father. You know go buy the book. Now somebody want to treat people right, because they know that the only way that for them to have what they truly want is for them to follow the rules, spiritual rules, heavenly rules. Go buy the book. Yeah, this person, what they want now is most important to them is some peace. Because like I said, something else was just too fucking toxic. Shit just never ended. It was the fucking never ending story with somebody. It was somebody, something, I always had something going, always trying to cause some problems. I'm telling you. And then trying to throw a rock and hide their hand to act like, oh, they don't know how something magically just got disintegrated and shit like that. But see, it was like they say, it was a blessing in disguise, because what it was is they was like really somebody rejected them, but that actually protected them. Hi, Tara, how are you? Well, I'm telling you, this person now is sitting here thinking about you, how they had it all with you, but y'all was so different. Not only, but y'all was so different, but you know what? Y'all knew how to co-create together. And you know what? And how they left you or thinking that there was something better, and now how they feel so all alone, and they realize all the glitters is not gold. They realize, when it's time for them to go, and they're ready to go. They like I said, somebody's just thinking, okay, I can leave all this shit here. Because see, they want to come and they want to mend these fences with you. They want to apologize. They want to make up with you. Yeah, they want to build shit with you. They want to exchange gifts with you. They want to be with you. Because they see with you, there was growth. There was a lot of growth. They see that you poured into them. And they played with you like a cat and a mouse. Took you for fucking granted. That's whenever, that somebody said that they feel that it's time for them to change. Now that they come to this fork on the road, they know that they have to make a permanent decision. There is no going back, no more going back. They are at the edge. They have come to the edge. It's time for them to think outside the box instead of thinking about, well, somebody said this and I'm afraid to. Fuck that. Take that leap of faith. Go, somebody, they know that in order for them to have that land of milk and honey with you, they're gonna have to work hard. They're gonna have to work hard. Somebody's in their feelings and they want to be alone. They want to be separated. They want to be alone from this group. They no longer want to be in their company. It's too taxing. It's too much. It's too chaotic. Like I said, it's time to go. So now this person now, like I said, they believe in God because they know that God has been giving them messages. I feel like this person has been having dreams, vision. They've been maybe seeing visions. Like I said, whenever they saw what they saw and they thought of you because you said it, that's when it shocked the shit out of them. It freaked them the fuck out. They got scared. They actually got scared. You know? But somebody's realizing that the reason that you're so happy is because you're getting justice. This is what you deserve. And that's what somebody wants, to truly be happy. And they realize now that's all you really wanted, was to be happy and to be left the fuck alone. To stop being ridiculed, to stop being put down, to stop being the emotional dumping garbage can, to stop being the one that everybody blamed, that everybody talked about, the butt of all jokes, the one that everybody said was crazy. Stop it. Just stop it. How about recognizing that somebody got a beating heart? How about recognizing that somebody has emotions? How about recognizing that somebody can feel? How about recognizing that somebody has gone through their own struggles and life's ups and downs already? How about recognizing that? Yep. Somebody realized, how they thought that you was always gonna come back. They thought that you was never gonna really leave. You was always gonna come back. Okay, I'm back for more. Thank you, kind sir. Thank you, kind ma'am. Yes, may I have another? But see, they did now. They realizing that you was like, no, for what? What the fuck for? Why would I do that? It's time to put that shit down. It's time to let that shit the fuck go. I'm so tired of that. See, they thought that you was gonna come back. They didn't think that you was just gone for good. You was like, who wanna be fucking abused? Who wanna be bullied? Like, who the fuck does that shit? Now somebody is thinking, like I said, they have no choice but to think. And what they thinking about you is fucking them up because they realizing you they soulmate. For real soulmate. Y'all is connected whether y'all want to be or not. When they thinking about you, you thinking about them. And this, that, and the other. The hearts is connected. The minds is connected. The souls is connected. The spirits connected. Y'all is soulmates. Y'all is connected. And that's all this person can think about now. I'm telling you, this person has been observing you. They've been watching you. They've been listening. Now they've been listening to you. And now, like I said, this person realizes it's time to clean their ass the fuck up. Their life, their situation, their thought patterns, their heart, their soul, whatever they allow somebody to put on them in a negative way, in a toxic way, in something energy draining kind of way, they got to bust themselves free from all that shit. Clean it up. Yeah, I can't make this up. Cause if you want to, they got to clean it up. They ready for this new life. They ready for this new life. Mm-hmm. You know what? This person is sitting here imagining that once they get themselves all together, once they're ready, what they're going to do is they're going to help you out in a way. They're going to give you a leg up because they realize how much you have actually done for them. And they feel like right now, besides the whole snafu of them having their heads so stuck far up in their ass that they couldn't see the fucking light or what the fuck was going on, but they over that shit now. Now they on the men, the personal men. But they just imagining and dreaming that, well, once they get themselves together and they on their feet and this and that, they're gonna do something nice for you. They feel like they owe that to you. Because you know what? You've been there for them. You have gone the distance with them. And you know what? And it's time for them to change. It's time for them to change. Yep. Can't make this up. Yes. They realize now that yes, there definitely is a higher power. And this person is trying to be more flexible in their approach to life and their approach to how they think and their approach to whether somebody tells me something, instead of me taking it as gospel, let me just think about it. And then if somebody else tells me something, instead of me just rejecting it right away, let me just pay attention. Let me think about it. Let me check shit out my damn motherfucker self. Somebody, I feel like they're meditating. This person is meditating. They're doing a lot of meditation. They're doing a lot of connecting. They're trying to open up all their chakras. They're trying to be in perfect celestial alignment. Because this person, what they want to be blessed. They know that what this happening now, what they're realizing now, what they're discovering now, this is fate. It's fate that they find out this way. It's fate that their life went this way. It's fate that they realize that actions have real, true life consequences. It's fate. Yeah, they had to go through this chaos and conflict. They had to experience this bullshit. They had to experience, how it is to have to survive alone in the motherfucking spiritual jungle, in the motherfucking spiritual streets, in order to find out what a loyal heart is. And they realizing this now. They had to do this, because the truth be told, there's time that they had to wake the fuck up to realize who and what home is. And there ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Everybody, ain't no place like home. Sasha's like, can you please just let me out while we at home? Hold on, I'll be right back. Go ahead, little girl. Go outside. Go on. Go on. Go outside. Okay. Thank you so much for your patience. Yeah. I just heard something about some type of cocoon. I don't know if somebody is in a cocoon, if they getting ready to come out the cocoon, but something about a cocoon. What's the message, Spirit? Anything else from this deck? Thank you. Yep. Yes, somebody is so ready for their new life. They're so ready. They're ready to be blessed, y'all. And they feel it's a blessing that they get an opportunity to have a new life, to start over. Yes. This person, they feel it is a blessing that they have this opportunity to be able to start over. This person wants to spin the block with you. They want to spin the block with you because they feel like there's unfinished business between y'all. You know, this person is they're trying to get themselves together. They want to be poised, you know, whenever they step to you to ask for your forgiveness. Yep, exactly, like Worker William. Eventually, a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. Amen. What's the message? What's the message? Thank you. Yep. Like I said, this person, they have separated themselves from that family. They're no longer around them. Hi, Imani. They are no longer around them. They don't, they, like I said, they was ready for this new life. And the only way for them to have this new life is for them to leave everybody else alone. This is how they can be so happy. This is why they know this is the only way that they can spin the block. They know the only way that they can spin the block is if they burned everything else the fuck down. They are well aware of that. Well aware of it. Other than that, even if they tried to, even if they had communication, well, it's just me and then Barbie, you'd be like, well, bye. Because like I said, they know they cannot come home if any of this black bullshit is around anybody. They got to be completely without them people. They know that. And they know that you are not playing. They know that you are not playing. If they want to come to you here and now to be with you, they know you're not playing. What's the message? Yeah. Yep. Because they recognize the fake. They recognize the fake. They will recognize if you're lying to them. That's why they know this person knows they got to cut everybody else off. Because even if they say, "Oh no, I don't mess with them people," and you lying, they're gonna pick up on it. What's the message, Spirit? Anything else? Yep, exactly, K Hyphy. Sometimes we have to lose it all to gain everything we truly want. Amen. Yep. And what this person truly wants is to co-create with you. You know? Anything else, Spirit? We're going to pull some from the stack. Anything else? Thank you, Spirit. Yep. Yes. And this is a confirmation. This is about y'all. A loyal heart. Loyal heart. Yep. This is, I feel like I said, this is confirmation from Spirit. You know, y'all, this person realizes they needed to be loyal to you. Confirmation. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Hold on a second. Hey, I'm actually live. I'm gonna give you a call back as soon as I'm finished, okay? I'm almost finished. All right, bye now. Okay. Yep, you reap what you sow. Plant good seeds. Do good deeds. It all comes back on you. Yeah. You reap what you sow. This is what this, everybody learns that eventually. But this person is really finding this out now, and they understand it's time for them to change and transform for the better. It's time for them to grow. You know, they can't sit there and wait for somebody else to give them the okay to grow. They got to grow themselves. And then on top of that, they can't be afraid to grow. Sometimes you just got to tell people to kiss your ass. You know, have that inner strength. Realize your royalty. You know, have that soul strength. You know, speak from the heart. Understand that, yes, you can, because this is your life. Like I said, sometimes you got to tell people, kiss your ass. Something about somebody in spiritual court and they lied. They lied in court. They lied on you, collective. They lied on you, collective. That's why they getting this karma. They opened up a Pandora box with you. They should not have done that. That's why they getting that karma. And there's too much evidence against their motherfucking lying asses. Something about the fourth house. Family, ancestors, tradition. Lightworker William, thank you so very much. See, somebody said, like I said, somebody realizing, oh, damn, they wasn't looking at everything. I'm telling you, the Holy Spirit is in the house. Come through, Spirit. Yes, thank you. What else, Spirit? Yep. Let karma teach them. Do nothing. And karma, that's exactly what happened. You didn't do anything. You decided to go ahead and let karma teach them. And trust me, she doing a good job. Doing a good job. Something about somebody's religious beliefs. They didn't know that you were spiritually protected and you have favor from God, that you so highly blessed. They did not know. Shaylin, thank you so very much. Thank you. But they know now. They thought that, like I said, it amazes me why people don't realize why is a whole bunch of us trying to gang up on this one person and think that we're going to win. But see, you left the madhouse and somebody realized that madness was still going on. They realized you was the strongest. You had already went through hell. That's why they couldn't do shit else to you. That's why they couldn't bring you down. Know however many they had tried to gang up on you. It was like Archangel Michael, sitting on the sidelines going, just knocking them out the way. They trying to come up on you and they wonder why shit is happening to them. See, they have been exposed. The gig is up, baby. The gig is up. And now they feeling jaded. Jaded because of some shit that they did. To try to do to you, but ends up coming back on them. Because they little motherfucker plan didn't work. See, now, you got too much good energy. Now they realize you was already a master teacher. You taught them how the game was played. See, they laughed till they cried. They ain't laughing no more. They laughed till they cried. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Like they say, it just ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. What is the message? Oh, okay. Yeah, you need to see that those people were so busy trying to tell this person this and tell this person that. This person should have told this person, I didn't ask for your 2 cents. I didn't ask for your 2 motherfucking cents. Keep your shit to yourself. Didn't nobody ask for your opinion about who wanted to stick my wangy wang in or who wanted to let my wangy wang in stick it in me? Didn't nobody ask you that? I didn't ask for your 2 cents. I don't need you to know. Tell me what I need to, how I need to do this, how I need to do that. You know, somebody needed had to just say something kind of sharp one time. They won't ask no more. There's gonna be some hidden information that's coming out. You know, and there could be the fact that what some person is gonna be telling you about something was returned to everybody that was involved. And that could be the hidden secret information. How you can just see others. You see others. You have an understanding of others. You see them for who they truly are. What else, Spirit? Anything else? Yep, somebody got to get their healing steps in. They have to get their healing steps in. Yep. Because they just came through. I'm telling you, they was dealing with an energy vampire with some evil energy. They was dealing with somebody who, not just somebody, this family, they was evil energy, and they had their energy. They was energy vampires. They was taking, like I said, they took from this person. They took from this person. They didn't give to this person. You gave. See, it was funny until it wasn't funny no more. And somebody realizes, you know what, that they lost it all because they refused to change. And they also realized that they was acting like an old ass fool. Or maybe they was following some old ass fool. What else, Spirit? Anything else? Anything else? Yep. God showed you who they are. I'm telling you, when somebody they witnessed something, it scared the bejeebus out of them. Because at first they didn't know how to take it. And whenever they really allowed themselves to calm the fuck down, because they stared at that area for a while to see if some more commotion was going to happen. And nothing else happened. And they allowed themselves to calm down and really, think about that. And it's almost like at that point, they could have went into this trance or went into this dream. And then that's when they saw you. That's when they started saying, you know what? Collective was right all the fuck along. Let's go ahead and swing the pendulum. See which way, what message the Spirit has for us. All right, Spirit, which way is the pendulum going to swing? And the answer is a yes. Yep, it is a yes. It's getting stronger. Hey, straight cheese. Yes, it's very strong. The answer is a resounding yes. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. Lightworker William, Shaylin, thank y'all so very much. Everyone, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time with me. I really do. And everyone, have a wonderful Sunday evening or whenever you happen to see this. Take care. I love you. And I will see all of y'all in the morning. Bye now.